Hi, I'm Dr. Elliot Adam from ElliotOracle.com. I'm also the author of the award-winning Fearless Tarot and Tarot in Love, Consulting the Cards and Matters of the Heart. Both books are published by Llewellyn, and I also have some signed copies available on my website, ElliotOracle.com, if you're looking for the perfect gift for that tarot lover in your life. And without further ado, it is time for this week's Oracle Reveal. So yesterday on Instagram, I placed up a photo of three different animals and asked you to use your intuition and just ask yourself which animal's calling to you, because that animal has your message. And the animals were the seahorse, the white raven, and the butterfly. So if you're just joining me now, ask yourself which animal's calling to you, because that animal has your message. The first animal is Seahorse, and this card says, watch and wait. And Seahorse, it just sort of floats there. It just sort of lets things come to it. It also drifts with the tides. So this might be a time to be patient. It might be a time this next week, if you're attracted to Seahorse, if you're really eager to see something get going, it could be a time where you really want to think about what you're doing before you do it. And also think about what you're going to say before you say it. So I just think this is going to be a time where you want to encapsulate that number one word everyone hates to hear in an oracle reading, which is patience. It's almost as if things are still coming into focus right now for you. First card for the Seahorse is where it's best to place your focus this next week. And we got the Ten of Cups, which on the one hand can represent a focus on home and family, just like the image on the card depicts. But also, for me, the Ten of Cups is a card of gratitude. And I think it's just so important that you're stopping, if you pick the Seahorse this week, and looking around. And you're acknowledging what you've achieved, what you have here. Remember all the things around you that one day you wanted so badly. And now you have some of that. It's important to acknowledge your rites of passage. And also the rainbow on the card of the Ten of Cups, it really sticks out. It's really unique. And for me, rainbows only appear after a storm. So this could be a time when you're grateful for the storm passing, and you're able to look at your life and take stock of all the things that are working right now, all the things that are going to be safe. But Ten of Cups is also just a happy ending card, so this could just indicate, acknowledge a happy conclusion to a major rite of passage that you've had to go through. Next is going to be advice from your inner wisdom, and we get another Cups card. So two Cups cards could indicate that the Seahorse, appropriately with that water element, is going to be just a little bit more sensitive this next week. The Seven of Cups is a card of wishes, and sometimes people waste years of their life on this card. They're constantly looking ahead, wishing for this amorphous thing to make them happy. Like, one day I'll win the lottery, and wouldn't that be great, and I'd have so much money and everything. Or one day I'll meet the perfect person, and then I can get to the business of being happy with my life. And I'm kind of getting this message with this Ten of Cups. It's like, stop waiting for that happy thing to come. Start being satisfied or happy with what you already have. And that's not to say that you can't improve or that something in your life can't still be, achieved one day. But don't waste your time right now in the valuable present pining away after something that hasn't even happened yet. It's important that you're able to see clearly now what your gifts are. And start to enjoy yourself, enjoy your life, enjoy what you're bringing. And if you're not having fun right now, that's on you. You might need to change the energy a bit and maybe shift what you're focusing on. So I just think that reaching, that yearning of the Seven of Cups could be kind of counterproductive right now. It's robbing you of pleasure in the present moment. And then the mythic archetype that's going to help you from this wonderful Heroes deck, which I'm using from Leitao Wang, the Oracle of the Mythic Heroes. I'll leave a link to where you can get that. This is Pyramus and Thisbe. It's the love card. And these two were a lot like Romeo and Juliet. There's this sense that they're separated by their warring families, and they love each other so much, but they're kept apart. And then one lover kills themselves, and then the other one does. So Aphrodite, the goddess of love, takes pity, and she turns one lover into an ocean, or I'm sorry, a river, and the other into a spring. And so this is a card of love, and I'm just kind of feeling what this is indicating is that the love you're looking for, it doesn't have to be unrequited. It doesn't have to be this thing you're yearning for or reaching for with that Seven of Cups. It might be a time to really just acknowledge what you do love in your life right now, what is working. But most importantly, when we're talking about love, the main message is how to love yourself more, how to really appreciate you as you are right now without yearning for another person to complete you or the perfect job or the right amount of money or whatever. Your happiness is right now around you. And it's important that, like the spring and like the river, you're really just letting those waters intermingle in your own heart with that love for yourself. Next, we're going to go into the White Raven spirit, and this card says trust and magic. And White Raven is a bit of an anomaly. So there is a sense of like, ooh, this is unique. This is a bit magical. If you're attracted to White Raven, this could be a time where you're starting to believe in magic again. You might also be setting your intentions for your future success. First card for White Raven is the Wheel of Fortune, which is where to place your focus this next week. And the Wheel of Fortune is a card that's extremely lucky. It could say, try your luck this week. Maybe throw your hat in the ring for something that you're hoping for. Although this card is unpredictable, it is also usually one that brings about a reward, sometimes unexpectedly. And expect the unexpected when the Wheel of Fortune comes up, especially when we're talking about magic. You almost want to set that intention out there and then forget about it and just let it come to you in the unusual way that you may not expect. The advice from your inner wisdom this next week, if you picked White Raven, is the Nine of Cups. And this is a card of pleasure, enjoying the banquet of your life in the moment. There's kind of a theme here with both animals. But also with the Nine of Cups, we see the figure who's seated in front of the table that's meticulously set with 9 golden cups all in a row. This could be a time where you're really setting the table for your future success. You're really kind of putting your intentions out there, and you're bringing about that balance. And the mythic archetype that's going to help you, if you pick the White Raven, is Leto. She's pregnant on this card with the divine twins, Artemis and Apollo. She's their mother. And she was refused any land to give birth in. And she's worried about, well, where am I going to give birth? I need to give birth. It's painful. And she goes to the island of Delos and ends up settling there. And the island allows her to have her children there and becomes famous as the birthplace of Apollo. The card says anxiety. And I think that what this is saying with this beautiful magical symbolism is stop worrying so much about the how. Magic doesn't work by planning out every detail. It works by really setting your intention and then believing that that's possible for you. Stop the worry that you're injecting into the serendipity of how this is all going to work. Set the table with what you can right now, but set your intentions free. Did you know that every month I do a Tarotscope video for every astrological sign? And that is available on my YouTube channel, Elliot Oracle. You can also go to my website, elliotoracle.com, and sign up for my newsletter, because every month I send out the free Tarotscope video links to YouTube. And as you know as well, on my website, we got tons of free material on card meanings and little video clips that in a concise under a minute definition really give you a card meaning if you're stumped on it. So head over to elliotoracle.com for all sorts of good stuff, but also remember my YouTube channel. There's going to be a lot more tarot content that's going to be appearing there as well. And then finally, we got the butterfly spirit, and this card says transformation is beautiful. And it goes without saying, butterfly is the quintessential symbol of transformation from caterpillar to butterfly. And so this could be a time when you're in your own transformation process, and you might need to be aware of what level of that transformation process you're in. Are you in the cocoon right now? Or are you emerging with your new beautiful wings? Butterfly is really telling you to be aware of where you are in your own transformation transformation. First card for Butterfly is where it's best to place your focus this next week. And we got that rigid King of Swords card. Sometimes the King of Swords represents rules or pressures that are put on you that you don't really have a lot of wiggle room with. You just have to adhere to that. It can be a frustrating card, but it's also a really great card for knowledge, learning more, or really mastering some sort of knowledge in front of you with your own transformation process. The advice from your inner wisdom this next week in the realm of learning appropriately is the Page of Pentacles reversed. Now, sometimes the Page of Pentacles will come up reversed when you're relearning a lesson. It's like, oh, this again. I keep doing this every year, it seems like. Why am I learning this lesson over and over again? It might be a time to just get it through your skull. But also the Page of Pentacles reversed can indicate that if you've lost your passion for something you're engaged in learning, it's time to return to basics. It's time to return to that beginning thing that initially inspired you, to give you a little electric jolt to get excited about the project. And the mythic archetype that's going to help you is Pandora, who opens the jar and all the plagues come out of the into the world, but then she closes it in time for hope to be trapped there. Hope, Elpidos in ancient Greek, the golden goddess here with the wings, she's there. And what this is indicating is that there's always hope. So even if you feel a little restricted, there's hope. And that's this week's Oracle. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again next week, so do take care.